Imagine a soldier standing on the precipice of dawn, ready to defend her nation. She leads with courage, she excels in every challenge, pushing boundaries and inspiring those around her. Her dedication is unwavering, her commitment absolute. She serves her country with distinction, embodying the highest ideals of duty and honor. Every salute, every mission is a testament to her unwavering patriotism. But then, one injury, a single event, makes her non-deployable, sidelining her from the very purpose she dedicated herself to. The physical toll of service becomes a barrier, and suddenly, her years of expertise, the skills honed through rigorous training and real-world experience are seen as a problem, not an asset. The system struggles to recognize her value beyond the battlefield. The system, often built for a male prototype, a framework that doesn't fully account for the unique needs and experiences of women, offers her a medical discharge. It's a solution that feels more like a dismissal. Her career, once filled with promise and purpose, abruptly ends, leaving her adrift in a sea of uncertainty. The transition is jarring, the future unclear. Her knowledge, her insights, her invaluable experience, all are lost to the institution she served. A wealth of potential, untapped and unappreciated. She returns to civilian life carrying the weight of her service, the scars both visible and invisible. Disconnected and uncounted by the very institutions she served, she feels like a ghost in the system, her contributions forgotten, her needs unmet. This is the reality for countless women veterans in the U.S., a story repeated across the nation, a testament to systemic oversights. Rendered invisible not on the battlefield where their courage and capabilities are undeniable, but in the data and policies that shape their futures, the very frameworks designed to support them. Their unique health challenges, the specific traumas they endure, are often lost in statistics, overlooked in the broader narrative. That lump all veterans together, failing to recognize the distinct experiences and needs of women who have served, masking a silent crisis, a growing disparity in care and support that demands immediate attention. When we fail to collect gender-specific data, when we neglect to ask the right questions, we're saying their experiences don't matter, that their contributions are somehow less significant. This isn't a clerical error, a simple oversight that can be easily corrected. It's erasure, a systematic disregard for their service, with real and devastating consequences on their lives. Outdated, one-size-fits-all policies persist, clinging to antiquated notions of who a veteran is and what they need, pushing women out of the system and denying them the tailored support they deserve, leaving them feeling isolated and abandoned. Every denied claim, every instance where a woman veteran is turned away, every abrupt discharge that feels unjust and unsupported, is a symptom of this dangerous data gap, a reflection of our failure to see and understand their unique experiences. We must see women veterans as a vital and integral part of our community, not a footnote, not an afterthought. The first step, the most crucial action we can take, is making them visible in the data, ensuring their stories are told and their needs are understood. So their service and sacrifices are never lost in the margins, so they receive the recognition and support they have rightfully earned, and so future generations of women are encouraged to serve, knowing they will be seen, valued, and cared for. Women are the fastest growing segment of our veteran population, a demographic shift that's reshaping the landscape of military service and veteran affairs. Their numbers are increasing at an unprecedented rate, reflecting a significant change in the composition of our armed forces, projected to be over 16% by 2043. This growth underscores the increasing role women play in defending our nation, and highlights the urgent need to address their unique needs as veterans. We must acknowledge and prepare for this demographic evolution. This is a powerful force, a testament to the courage, dedication, and capabilities of women in uniform. Skilled, disciplined, and dedicated. These women bring invaluable expertise and leadership to both the military and civilian sectors, enriching our society with their diverse talents and experiences. Yet, the systems meant to support them, the very institutions designed to honor their service, are stuck in the past, built for men and slow to adapt. This systemic lag creates significant challenges for women veterans seeking the care and benefits they've earned. The result? A chasm between the promise of equal service and the reality of unequal support. This disparity undermines the sacrifices made by women veterans and demands immediate attention. We lack data on women veterans' health, hindering our ability to provide targeted and effective medical care. Economic challenges, often exacerbated by a lack of tailored support and resources, and barriers to reintegration, making it difficult for women veterans to successfully transition back to civilian life. How can we address PTSD, which manifests differently in women? Reproductive health, a critical aspect of women's well-being that requires specialized attention, or housing instability, a pervasive issue that disproportionately affects women veterans if we don't even measure them? The absence of comprehensive data leaves us blind to the true extent of these challenges. The rapid growth of women veterans demands urgent change, a fundamental shift in how we understand and address their needs. We must invest in research, prioritizing studies that focus specifically on the experiences and challenges of women veterans. Demand gender-specific data, ensuring that our policies and programs are informed by accurate and relevant information. And listen to women veterans themselves, amplifying their voices and incorporating their perspectives into the design of veteran services. They are not just a statistic, they are individuals with unique stories, experiences, and needs. They are a vital part of our nation's strength, and it is our duty to ensure they receive the support and recognition they deserve. The numbers are stark. Women veterans die by suicide at nearly twice the rate of civilian women. They're more likely to experience homelessness, facing unique risks like lower pay, single parenthood, and trauma. Shelters often fail to meet their needs or provide safety. Over a quarter of women veterans report military sexual trauma, leading to PTSD and other health issues. Yet, their claims for MST, PTSD, and reproductive health are denied at higher rates than men's. Each denied claim, each night without a home, each life lost, these are the costs of our failure to see and support them. These statistics are a call to action, not just numbers on a page. We must act before more women are lost to a broken system. One-size-fits-all policies don't work for military service. Our institutions default to a male standard, ignoring women's distinct realities. Pregnancy can end a woman's career, not because she's unfit, but because the system refuses to adapt. Instead of flexible reassignment, many are pushed out, losing their careers and stability. Mental health care is slow to recognize how trauma manifests differently in women. VA facilities often lack safe, gender-specific spaces, leaving women feeling unheard and unsafe. These failures breed mistrust and marginalization. We must replace outdated policies with flexible, inclusive solutions that honor women's unique service. True equality means giving everyone what they need to succeed. Out of frustration, the #ReasonableRanks campaign was born, a rallying cry for equity and common sense. It challenges the idea that non-deployable status should mean discharge. Skilled service members can contribute in administration, intelligence, training, and more. Retaining their expertise is smart for the military and fair to the individual. #ReasonableRanks fights for policies that support, not discard, our service members. It's a demand for a system that values every person who serves. Honoring women veterans means action, not just acknowledgement. First, demand disaggregated data. Track outcomes by gender to reveal disparities. Second, reform pregnancy and postpartum policies, end automatic discharges and create reassignment pathways. Protect careers, financial stability, and skills. Third, expand trauma-informed care and targeted outreach. Invest in VA programs designed for women and reach underserved communities. Fund research into women's health needs and support grassroots organizations. These reforms are not radical, they're necessary and long overdue. It's time to build a system that truly serves all who serve. Behind every statistic, every percentage point, every line on a spreadsheet, is a woman. A woman with hopes, dreams, and a deep commitment to serving her country. A woman whose life was irrevocably changed, often for the worse, by a system that failed her. A system that should have supported her, nurtured her talents, and honored her service. Take Linda, for example. A dedicated Navy veteran, she was unceremoniously forced out after undergoing a knee replacement. This happened despite her clear ability and willingness to continue serving in another capacity, perhaps in an administrative or training role. Her experience and dedication were simply discarded. Then there's Arcadia's sister, whose story is equally heartbreaking. After suffering a traumatic brain injury during her service, she was medically released, essentially cast aside, instead of being provided with the necessary support and resources to transition into meaningful and fulfilling work within the military or as a civilian. The system failed to recognize her potential and value. These are not isolated stories, anomalies, or unfortunate coincidences. They're indicative of a systemic problem, a deeply ingrained pattern of neglect and disregard for the well-being of women veterans. Recognizing this injustice, Kirk Carlson launched a petition, a powerful call to action that demands an end to archaic and discriminatory discharge policies. The petition champions a fair chance for continued service, allowing veterans to contribute their skills and experience in ways that accommodate their individual circumstances. The growing number of signatures represents a collective chorus, a unified voice demanding dignity, respect, and security for those dedicated service members who have been prematurely and unjustly forced out of the military. We simply cannot continue to treat these dedicated and courageous service members as if they are disposable commodities. Listening to these powerful and often heartbreaking stories must serve as a catalyst, moving us beyond mere sympathy and inspiring concrete action. Women veterans are not asking for preferential treatment or special favors. They are simply seeking the same opportunities afforded to their male counterparts, the chance to adapt, to learn new skills, and to continue to thrive and contribute their talents. Their stories serve as a constant reminder that this is not just an abstract policy debate, it is a very real fight for the lives, the futures, and the well-being of these incredible women and their families. This fight is about dignity, recognizing the worth of every woman who served. Their service is equal in valor and commitment to their male counterparts. Reducing them to a statistical blind spot strips them of that dignity. One-size-fits-all policies enforce conformity, not equality. Fixing this is about unlocking the full potential of women veterans leaders, innovators, and problem solvers. Supporting them is an investment in our communities and country. Every ignored statistic is a missed opportunity to save a life and honor a promise. The dignity of women veterans is non-negotiable. Our system must see, hear, and value them not just as veterans, but as women. The story of women veterans can change, but only if we act. Your voice and actions are crucial. Start by signing the petition to reform discharge policies for injured service members. Every signature sends a message. We demand change. Educate yourself. Visit covenantofcourage.com, share what you learned, and use #ReasonableRanks and #WomenVeteransMatter. Spread awareness. Most people don't know this crisis exists. Stay engaged. Follow advocates, write to elected officials, and ask what they're doing for women veterans. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We have a chance to fix a broken system and give women veterans the dignity they deserve. Let's make sure every woman who serves knows her nation has her back. Their stories, their service, and their futures matter.